Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Millennial Mom, more so Weekdays with Mom. I'm here to talk about Love After Lockup. The season finale that just wrapped last Friday. We're gonna have a special guest in studio. It's gonna be Miss Sass Scales. She's also on YouTube. She does a great Love After Lockup review. So if you haven't heard of her or you have, check her out, Sass Scales on YouTube. So we will wait for a few people to come in the live before we get started and go from there. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing pretty good. It's just going to be me for right now. Millennial or Cassandra might pop in a little bit. I don't know yet. She's on her way from work, so I decided to start this early. That's okay. And let's see, it is Tuesday, October the 18th. How's the weather for everybody? It's pretty nice out here today. It's about 85 degrees. Now, what they did say is we're having a cold front come through. Now, you know, the cold front out west is different than anywhere else because I heard on the news there's actually snow somewhere, like in Michigan somewhere. It's not going to be that cold, so it's going to be like 65 for us in the next 2 days. So that's sweater weather for us. Don't hate on us out here. That's weather for us. But anyways, hello, Universal Advocate. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. And again, like I said, we have a guest in studio today. It is Miss Sass Scales. So I will bring her up in just a moment. Let's see if anybody else can pop on, and then we'll get started. So, would you say snow sounds like fun? Woo, well, I don't know. I'm not used to snow. When you live in the desert, you're not used to snow. The snow is pretty, though. I'll say that. It's pretty. But I don't know. That's a little too much cold for me. So, all right. Well, we'll go ahead and get started because, listen, we're not going to be here all night. So let me go ahead and pop up Miss Sass Scales to join me for Love After Lockup. How are you today, ma'am?
Hey, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And if you all don't know, like I said, Sass is also on YouTube. She does Love After Lockup. She does other reviews on YouTube as well. And fun fact, she also interviewed Deontay a little while ago. So yeah, that was a good interview.
Thank you.
So, all right. So we'll just get started, Sass. So what did you think about the season wrap up of Love After Lockup? Did it give what you thought it would give?
No. I was very disappointed. Mm-hmm. I thought that first of all, it didn't need to be 2 hours.
Right.
It was long. I thought that it looked and appeared put together, just thrown together. I didn't like it at all. I thought that it was probably one of the worst season finales of Love After Lockup. I think that the whole Brittany and Marcelino was awful. It was really awful. It was awful. And I think that how it went on throughout the season, it really showed that you can't get anything by us. You know, we could see right through that storyline. And someone said something really funny. Someone said that you could like look and see it like Marcelino, like he was about to bust out laughing. And I looked back and I was like, that is so true. And how go ahead.
No, go ahead and finish. I'm sorry, I'll wait.
And how they wrapped that up and said that, you know, they moved to Florida and how they were working on their marriage. And then they had a nerve to put the pictures together happy life, happy wife. And I'm like, we had a whole season of cussing, fussing, temper tantrums, throwing things. I hate you. How could you do this to me? I'm so
Right.
sad. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. And then at the end, all smiles. And I said, they really just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. But go ahead.
I couldn't believe it. I thought it was dry too. I thought the season was dry. It didn't give. When I saw Brittany and Marcelino, and I'm fans of, if you live in the city, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I probably know where you at in town. I can see like, ooh, they're not in the best side of town, stuff like that. But I was disappointed that they came back because they were doing so good. It's like, you have outgrown your love after lockup experience. You know what I'm saying? Now we can think of other people they can bring back. We've discussed it on your channel before, but they weren't the ones, and like you said, and all the cussing and fussing and carrying on, and you still moved to Florida with your family and his family and stuff like that. And on top of that, what was all those fake tears for? You know what I'm saying? Like Brittany couldn't get none out, and he was. Let me tell you something. Where Marcelino he was at Prim. Now that's the state line between California and Nevada. It is 45 minutes away. You get there, turn back around. He didn't go nowhere. They did that for production. He could have went anywhere on the strip to watch whatever or do whatever he was gonna do. But why did they make us wait all season for him to get home? How many episodes did we wait for him to drive home?
Right. And then what about the episode when they had Brittany sitting on that rock for hours? How long did she sit on that rock out there in that desert? I was like,
well, like I said, we live here, right? I'm like,
exactly.
Like now, because there's no sitting on no rocks in 100 degree heat. There's no sitting outside. You don't go outside till like 7, 8 p.m. at 115 degrees, and you're not sitting on no rock. But the point is, like, they played. That's how that season, in my opinion, was pieced together, because it took 7 weeks for him to drive home, for him to throw stuff out, talk about there's nothing he can do, and turn around, oh, they're still together. I was like, come on now. We halfway believed it anyways,
Right. And then what about how quickly she packed up at U-Haul? Okay.
Girl, you done struck a nerve. But they're good TV though. As much as I don't care for.
Where's Andrea and Lamar? Look, don't say that in front of Mom, honey. Do not say that. Do not bring up Andrea's name in front of Mom, child. I will never forget. You commented. This was a long time ago. You probably don't even remember, but I remember it. You put underneath, because I cracked up laughing. You put underneath one of the comments, you was like, I ain't gonna say nothing about Andrea.
Right. She is not my favorite.
I can just picture you saying that. So, that just tickles me. I'm all for Lamar and Orange. I'll tell you who else. I think I talked about before. Maurice and baby hair Mandy. And what was his woman's name that was from Vegas?
Jessica. Yeah.
Did they not want to come back?
I heard, it may not be true, that he's back in California incarcerated. So I don't know. I just heard the rumor, so I'm not sure. So
I mean, there's so many.
Hey, John. Hello. I've seen you over there before. Hello to everyone joining from Sass's YouTube. I appreciate. Mom, you get to see my face. Hello, everyone. So
the Sassas, y'all don't forget to comment, and y'all know to subscribe. Half of y'all probably done subscribed anyway. So
well, I appreciate everyone coming over. You remember Andrea Lamar, friend that cried because oh my goodness. We can talk about that.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yes, we'll talk about that in a minute, John and Gardens and Goddesses. But let's just stay on this season though. Okay, so Sean, Sarah, Kelly, and Destiny, because that's all a group. They're in their own little group. Sean is a mess. I don't like. See, I call him. What was the rappers from the Creep Squad? That's what I call Sean. Right. He's part of the Creep Squad.
Creep Squad.
Sean, if he don't throw away his second phone, he got 2 phones. He don't have good sense. I don't understand why Kelly. I get it for the kids, but I don't understand why Kelly is constantly saying, well, you know, you need to do XYZ. He's had 6 kids with you. He's not going to. If he hasn't done it now, the odds are him being there for those kids, he's not going to. He's just not. And you can't make up for lost time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and even though Sean makes good TV because he brings drama, I'm tired of Sean. It's time to get, like you say in your words, we need some new felons.
Yes. He got to go. And take him with him. Go ahead and go. And why is it that these women continuously calling Sean? Why would you even want to talk to him? He's a doofus. What?
Nice. He must be nice. You know what I mean by nice. You got to read behind in the lines with nice. That's the kind of jealousy.
Right, I know what you mean. Mm-hmm.
And then giving out some money because there's no way. And tell me why he's allowing Destiny to keep calling his phone. Not just call his phone, FaceTime. Why are you FaceTiming Destiny? What? Come on now. He know better than that.
Quit calling me. Quit calling me. I'm telling her to stop calling me. Okay.
Like what?
All right. And how does she keep getting your number? How does she keep getting your number?
That's the $1 million question. That is the $1 million question. And then what did Destiny say? She said, well, I guess that didn't go as planned. I'm like, no, right. Destiny. It
right.
Did.
It
Stop
did.
calling.
I just don't. And she really, it came out her mouth that Sean owes me that money.
Oh yeah.
That just shows what she is. First of all, Sean ain't gonna give you $50,000. Sean probably don't have $50,000, and he don't owe you $50,000. I don't want to see them again, Mom. I'm sorry, Kay. Now listen to this. Let it ring, girl. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. But you know what? What you say, Garden of the Goddess? It says Sean was by the special agent Doofy from Skip. Girl. That's definitely a way to look at it.
That is so true. He is oh my God.
He's beyond.
Now let me ask you, Kay, let me ask you this question. The episode about the wedding, when Kelly told Sean that Gracie was crying. Do you think that Sean should have went out there and cared for Gracie, or do you think that Sean should have been like, it's my wedding, we're not going to have this type of drama? Like, what do you think? Because there was like people thought two different things. Now you know how I feel. So what did you feel about that scene? How did you feel about it?
I'm 50-50 about that because he knows how he did his daughter. He knows how she feels because it's not the first time we've seen Gracie in any episodes. You know, she's always told Sean how he made her feel, how she wasn't there. So I think that Sean, as much as he's goofy, I think that he wants to have his family together. Like he thinks in his mind that they're together, but they're really not. So do I think he should have comforted her like really quick, but then come back to his wedding and have Kelly like, you know what, maybe you need to go ahead and if y'all need to leave, go ahead and leave because this is my moment. So I'm on both sides of the fence with that. So, I'm not really sure. You know, even though he's, Sean is in La La Land somewhere, I give him a little bit of grace when it comes to his kids because listen, those kids don't deserve that. Yeah, a real tiny bit, right? Before the wedding. Well, Universal Advocate, he tried to, but there's been so much he hasn't done that I don't think that it really made that big of a difference when it came to spending time with her because she was already emotional anyways, that her dad was getting married and then the gender reveal. Now, the gender reveal cake, I don't think me personally, I think they could have left it out the wedding. I think they could have did that separately.
I had never heard of a gender reveal at a wedding. I was like, what is going on?
So that was different to me. I think they could do that on their own with their family. Not, that I did kind of see that just a little bit of rubbing it kind of like in not the daughter's face, but in Kelly's face. Like, oh, we're having another baby. So, but you got to take Sean with a grain of salt.
Very much
So,
so.
all right. So, how about? There's so many. We're gonna save the best for last.
Okay.
Let's just roll with Brittany and Ray because they, you know what? Best of luck
Girl,
to you. Best of luck to you.
best of luck. Look, best of luck, child. What are you gonna say? Best of luck.
Right. She got what she wanted. Best of luck. All right. So let's move on.
Move on.
Let's do Chaz and Branwyn.
You got time?
Yes.
Because I can go on about this.
Go ahead. Start it off.
First, let me just say the difference between when we seen Branwyn come out of prison to what we seen in the final episode,
Mm-hmm.
you want to talk about changes, baby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What is she going through, Kay? What is she going through? Don't bring them back. Exactly. Don't bring back Brittany Ray and don't bring back Chaz and Branwyn. Branwyn look
Right.
hard face, hard life.
Yes. I think Branwyn, well, clearly she's been alleged getting back into things she used to get back into, whether it be the adult websites and indulging in whatever she's indulging to. Because like you said, like when did they start filming to when did they end? Because that weight loss, nah, something's going on. But Chaz, it's just like Cassandra or Millennial said on our last review. What airline you taking where you always delayed? Going and coming?
I busted out laughing. I said exactly right. He don't need to travel. He don't need to travel.
Right. Drive next time. You could have went back already. But the thing is with Chaz, like, I don't understand why he is so desperate. You're looking for wife number 6, whatever. Okay, so your wife before Branwyn, okay, she may have passed away for unforeseen circumstances, whatever. But what about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3? And now you're looking for 6.
Mm-hmm. Look,
even his sister, who we saw one time, told him like, "No, this is not the way to go." So clearly, there's something missing in Chaz's life where, my opinion only, he's in several midlife crises, not crises.
Yeah.
B, he's trying to find his way with that rock band because I would have never thought he was in no grunge rock band.
56 years old and still up there in the rock band. Okay, Chaz. Okay.
And 3, like, you really think, as Cassandra would say, you're gonna make a hoe into a housewife going on an adult website, how you met Branwyn, then talk about you gonna give a bad Yelp review looking for a wife? Chaz? Right. No. You got exactly what you got.
Yeah.
So
I don't feel a bit sorry for him. I never have. I never will. When Branwyn ignored or clearly let him know that she didn't want him. Clearly.
Right.
He begged like Keith Sweat. He cried. He snot flied. I mean, this man is pathetic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And who knew that he smoked? He pulled out those cigarettes. Who knew? I was like, oh, you smoke? His nerves was bad. And I'm like, if this is not your cue to go home, I don't know what is.
And he stayed there for days, weeks. How long was he there?
Too long. Too long. Now let's move on. Let's touch on Branwyn real quick. So YOLO, I saw one of Deontay's IGs, and I'm not usually on IG like that, following people, but I was just going around one day, and it was like a couple weeks ago. Did you see any of his IGs? Anyone in chat? I think he was either talking with himself. Yeah, he was talking with somebody, and he said, I hate to say this. He said, I thought YOLO at first remind me of, what's his ex-wife's girlfriend's name? What was her name?
Oh,
Nicole.
Ty. Nicole and Ty?
No, Nicole. Remember the one that he was with from last season? Her girlfriend. The one she married.
Yeah.
That's her name?
What was her name?
I forgot.
Anyway, go ahead.
That's what we thought that was, YOLO. I was like, because all them tats on his face and everything else. I said, no, you know that weren't
Now
serious.
you know. Now Deontay no better than.
That's what he said. So, but I don't know. Listen, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
It sure is.
So whatever she saw or sees in YOLO, they still together.
They
And
still
they don't
together.
need to be back. They still together. And they do not need to be back. There's nothing else really to say about Branwen. I think she's doing what she wants to do. She's hanging out who she want to hang out with, and she just never lost that facade about herself. Yeah, that's what that is. Dante's mother. So didn't she though? Yes, she did. But we can talk about him in a little bit. So let's move to hey Kirby, Puppy and Amber.
Oh,
Puppy and Amber. This
you know,
episode.
Go ahead. Go ahead while I drink.
Oh, I was gonna say, excuse me, this episode, well, this season, especially the last 3 episodes with them, I would have never guessed that with Puppy having to losing her baby and Amber having to do what she had to do for her health and her baby, right? Because I don't know, like you said in your review, I like their friendship. I really do. Mm-hmm. And I'm rooting for Puppy, but I think Puppy, Amber too, needs some more counseling. I think there's something else that's still going on in Puppy's life. And I think that, you love who you love, but I think she needs to find a different path than Eric. Because Eric don't seem like he treat her right. He don't seem like he talked to her right and look like she really can't breathe, if you ask me, without him saying so. But that's just my opinion.
It looks like to me, in my opinion, that Puppy annoys him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what it looks like to me, that Puppy annoys him. Like I said before, he never seems like that he cares for her or loves her. Like there's no affection. It's like he's just always harsh. That's what I see in their relationship, a harsh relationship. But maybe that's just his personality, but it don't even look like he even loves her. I mean, but that's just what we see. So.
Right, exactly. And so I was really upset of how whenever they come around with their boyfriend, some always type of drama. But when TC had his boys come over when Amber was cooking for the housewarming, and then she got into a Puppy and Eric, I was really disappointed in Amber how she talked to and put her hands on Puppy like that. I think I would think that they're better friends than that.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that she went that far in front of his kids, because listen, if you had met my kids, I don't care how old my kids, and I have adult children.
Right.
None of that is going down. You would never hear from me ever again.
Exactly right. I think that shocked. I think that scene shocked a lot of people because when I know it shocked me, but when that happened, I was like, why is Amber so mad? Like Amber just flipped out. And for Amber to contact Eric's soon-to-be ex-wife at that time, Amber had no business, and Amber was totally in the wrong. And for her to go off the handle like that, Amber was in the wrong, and she should have apologized. And that's his first point blank. Because you being a friend, I get it. But you stepping over boundaries, you don't do. That's none of your business. So, I just thought that, and then, like you said, put her hands on your pregnant friend at the time.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was wrong. And if you notice, I've noticed that it seems like Puppy is always apologizing to not just to Amber, but to everyone in her circle about things that maybe
right. Exactly
I don't
right.
think she should have to do that. I think her self-esteem is low, where she feels like she has to do that to keep her friendship. And really, if someone's really your friend, you don't have to do that at all.
Right.
So it's a lot. And to answer your question, Kirby, wasn't Puppy's girlfriend dating a military man? What I think you're referencing is when we were first introduced to Puppy and Amber, they were doing that adoption thing. You remember that, Sass? And
Amber and yes.
Yeah, he was military. I don't know if he's still military, so they weren't really dating him. It was like a scam kind of thing. So that's what that was.
They was trying to get money out of the situation. Honey, he was a whole hot mess. What was his name, Kay?
I don't remember. I can see his face, but
I
I can't
can't even
recall his
remember.
name. Eric is using puppy for fame. I don't think so, John.
No,
I don't
John.
think so. I
Mm-mm.
don't think so. You
Not at all. Nope.
Liz, I like to play the victim, blame puppy. In a way, I agree with you in a way with that. I don't think Amber plays a victim all the time. I think Amber just, in my opinion, just having a way of trying to get Puppy to see her side of things, and Puppy don't have that level of reasoning where Amber sees. I don't think so. What do you think, Sis?
And I have another. I wonder what Amber and Puppy, what was their relationship like in prison? Because just the way they act with each other outside of prison, my earring done fell. I wonder if that has something to do with how Puppy. I want to say not clingy, but it's like what you said. She always apologizes. She wants that friendship so bad, and maybe that was Amber was the person that she leaned on the most in prison. I just wonder how that relationship was, because at times their relationship, I do like their friendship, but it's like they step over each other's boundaries so many times. We have seen that, and I just wonder where that came from.
Well, I definitely think Puppy was the follower. Amber was the leader. You know, Amber's mom, remember, she was in there too. So I just think that Amber, her mom, looked out for Puppy, you know. So
that may be it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I wish them the best going on. Now, I would like to see how they resolve their friendship. So they bring them back season after next. I would like to see that.
So you would like to see Puppy and Amber back?
I would. I mean, versus Sean and.
Oh, I agree. What do you think? What do you think about Amber and TC's relationship?
You know what? Here's the thing that flipped it for me. I think that right now TC is decent for Amber, but we haven't really seen Amber out there with too many guys that was treating her bad, unlike Puppy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Y'all remember a couple episodes ago when Amber was talking to Queen, and Queen is an excellent friend, by the way.
Can we just let me tell you something? If they bring back Amber and Puppy, I want them to bring back Queen in a more prominent role. I really like Queen. I really do. I really like her.
And so when Amber was telling Queen a couple weeks ago that, yeah, you know, me and Eric aren't using protection, and, you know, if anything happens, it just happens. Right? And in the same scene, I think it was TC was washing his car or something like that, and she was talking about it, and he was like, oh, no, you know, I got 2 kids. I'm not trying to, you know, I'm not looking for no babies, right? And so then it flipped the script when Amber did find out she was pregnant. She's like, oh, no, this is not what we wanted. You just said 2 weeks ago, if it happens, it happens. So somewhere we didn't see something that TC got in those ears talking about, I'm not having no more kids. And then especially after that homewarming thing, it was definitely out from them, because he said he wanted to protect his peace.
That's right.
So now Amber, to me, has had a change of heart when it comes to that. That's just me. What do you think?
I agree. You're right.
You do? Okay. Don't let me run the show now.
You're right. I will say, and it may have been the editing, I did not like how TC handled when Amber called him or when he called her.
Right.
I just thought, now, even if this was edited, or so, what man would even say that or do that? I mean, I didn't like that part.
Yeah.
Because that, and I mean, Amber was going through it, and, you know, he could have been a little bit more consoling, but if Amber is happy with TC, excuse me, then, and TC treats her well, then I'm all for Amber and TC. Now, if
Oh,
he just a shot, because I have a feeling in the back of my head, right here, just right here, girl, right here, Greg. I think he has he may cut a shine just a little bit. I can see that. So
yeah, he got a little bit in
we'll
there. But you
see.
know what? I think that Amber finally got to see, and unfortunately, how Puppy was feeling when she was feeling low and depressed for having lost her baby the way she did. And I think they had a full circle moment. So I would like to see where they continue from here. That's one of the reasons why, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So it's a toss up who I want to go to next, because they both, you know what? We're just gonna do it. Chance and Taylor. Chance and Taylor. You know what? There's two manipulators on this show, and one of them is Chance. Why are you making that face? I want to
Because
know.
I have to listen here. I gotta remember I'm on your show and not mine. Okay. So
You're
let
my
me
kid.
behave. Go ahead.
So I want to know, one, where is Chance getting all this money from? One. Two, whose name is he using to get these credit cards, this house XYZ? Because you just got out of prison. And okay, on my reviews, I said, now did he go to jail for bank fraud? I could be wrong. Because if he went to jail for bank fraud, I do believe, again, I could be wrong, that you can't have no bank accounts no more. You can't get no loans. You supposed to be paying, that's like saying Ray could get a loan. He can't get no loan. Anything federal with the bank, you can't get no loan. Where is this money coming from? I'm just asking for all of us who want to know. Two, he's 41, Taylor's 27, and she has way more sense than Chance ever does in his little finger. There's so much. Three, how she get pregnant from an email. Four, how did you meet Taylor with her ex in prison and her ex still in prison? There's so much.
Well,
Jump
that I think
yes.
it was his homeboy. He called the homeboy thinking that the homeboy was going to answer. So obviously he was out of prison. She answered the phone. So that's why I was like, Chance, why are you worried about somebody sending an email?
Okay.
I mean, but go ahead. So I think that's what it is. He was the homeboy was out of prison. He called his friend and Taylor answered the phone. That's how I think it happened.
Mm-hmm. Well, so, you know what? I know I jumped around on different little points, but let me start from the beginning. Taylor, if you're watching, in my opinion, you can do better.
Wait.
Two, your little girls need some manners. That's just me. Three, yes, ma'am. They need some manners. That's just my opinion. Three, why would y'all think that Bobby wanted to stay in the garage? And even if she stayed there after rehab, she would want to come back to the garage. I'm just curious. Somebody tell me. I just want to know. And then also when Chance was looking at other houses, he's like, oh, I could make this garage look nicer for Bobby. So why he wanted her in the garage so bad? I think he wanted Bobby in the garage because Bobby could see through Chance. There's always somebody in the friend group or the family group that can see through somebody. And I think this was Bobby, And then, like I said, Chance is trying to manipulate Taylor. He treated her wrong. I don't like the way he's too close for comfort to the girls. Just my opinion. And I didn't like the way he talked to her sister. So, and then the family, the daddy, oh, he was a trip too, wasn't he? I would never say about my children at any age, if they just OD'd, that was it. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. That right there was trifling. That child was part of their family dynamic. Go ahead. Say what you like.
Chance was probably one of the main people in this cast that got on my everlasting nerve. Every time he opened up his mouth, garbage comes out of it. And he was so smug about it. Oh,
every
I
time.
got this credit score, and we can buy this, we can buy that. Just the fact that you went and bought a $30,000 truck, $3,000 rims, and you did
Mm-hmm.
not even talk to Taylor about it, knowing that she has children, knowing that, and I'm going to speak on this, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to speak on this. You're
All
going to
right.
have a $30,000 vehicle, but your house look like it's very kept, if you know what I mean. You can't even clean up a garage properly. Every time we seen that garage, it had a nasty couch, a nasty
Oh.
mattress, dirt, filth. It looked like somebody did torture chambers in there. But then you want to go and ride into a clean truck. But you want to put my twin sister in
Mm-hmm.
that. If I was Taylor, I would be upside his head so many times, it ain't funny. Chance is somebody that I will cuss out so fast. That's how
Mm-hmm.
he was just so smug and condescending, and he really thought. And then somebody commented a while ago. Somebody said, he really thought he was cute. I said, yeah, honey, he thought he was a cutie.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will say he was cuter than most of the ones on the cast, but his attitude and his mouth made him the ugliest one on the cast, and that's
Right.
just it. And like you said, how he get this money? Where he work?
Right. Tell it on the TV. Even if he worked under the table, how are you going for a home loan, getting credit cards? So I suggest, maybe that to me says why Taylor don't want to get married. She know what maybe she don't know, but I think she does know. You can't keep coming in here with all this stuff, and you just started working. Matter of fact, let me break it down just a little bit more. Remember when he came home from prison, and there was something about his ID card or something, like his driver's license that expired, and he was mad at her because he couldn't get the information. So he went from that to this. It's not adding up, because you just can't get your stuff. Being a felon, you can't just get your stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Be driving and truck. Like, how did I get this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You know
And let's not forget, when he got the last episode, he went to that mailbox, and what was full of that mailbox? Bills. He said it himself.
You know what?
And furthermore, like, you mean to tell me this paternity? Okay, paternity.
I see you.
You going to announce it at the gender reveal?
I was too. You know what? I was like, they better not do another season like this. When I saw that, first of all, like you said, what type of jackets were those that cost $150 each? See, he's always throwing money around. He knows he's always talking about how much stuff costs. What's that about? What? Listen.
Plastic. Those plastic bomber jackets. I said, I know you did go down there to that good old Kmart. And you done went and got you some bomber jackets, plastic, slip and slides.
You know, listen, he could have got some shirts.
I can't stand that man.
And then, so they get, I'm thinking they're going to have a real reveal party. That's what I'm thinking. He said, I spent all this money, I spent thousands. And just to go to the park I used to reserve with my kids when they were small. And it's just you, your mama, the kids, and your boss. No, you could do that at the Sizzler somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what you could have did. But that's just me.
Not the Sizzlers. And then he had the banner. He had the banner. It's a boy. Oh, okay.
So you paid for the banner, but you couldn't pay for no, you know, I'll be saying on your channel, you couldn't go down to the Kroger and get no deli chicken and potato salad.
Come on, Kroger. Where the food at? Okay, can we talk about, listen, I want to veer off a little bit. When it comes to these parties and graduations and weddings, first of all, who put this together? No one's there. It'd be like a total of 5 people. They eating crackers and cheese. Ain't no decorations. I'm like, where's y'all's family and friends? You can blur out their faces. Nobody, they don't like you either. Why y'all gotta come with the cheapest of the cheapest? I said, like you said, you better go down to that good old Kroger.
Yeah, okay. You know what? I'm like,
that was just like Destiny's baby shower. Now listen. I'm like, where her mom and sister? They didn't show up. I said not 3 people, and one of them was a 10-year-old nephew. If y'all don't go somewhere and step, high step on hot
Exactly.
cold.
Exactly. Kids do not count as the bridal party, the bride, nothing. They don't count as none of that. But I'm with you. Every time I see a scene with food, I always like to see what people eat. Because listen, I cook and I be like, what they eating? But they
Listen,
have disappointed me every time, including Andrea and Lamar.
I agree. I agree. I'm like, who is? It's like these weddings and these gatherings is just a
Mhm.
mess. And then let's go back to Chance and Taylor when
Uh-huh.
Bobby was talking to her no good daddy, and I said
Mhm.
it. I ain't taking it back because she said it. What about when she was like, "Oh, I'm leaving. I'm going to Arizona," and then we see her we just seen her walking. We
Yeah.
just seen her walking, and that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, "Where is she?" You see what I'm talking about with the editing? Where's she
Right.
walking to, Kay?
To the Uber. Because I was like, oh, they got an Uber over there for her already. Is she leaving with production? I didn't know where she was going in. I was just like, oh, this is it. This is her scene cut. Next.
This is
It
it.
was just
This is it. That was, oh man.
right.
But anyway,
So
go ahead.
yeah. So for future references, producers, put some
Please.
real food on the show. Put
What
some
did
real food
somebody
on.
say in the comment just now? Kroger's chicken.
Uh-huh.
The Kroger
Be
be
good.
good. Yes, sir.
That's
Yes.
why I'm saying the deli meal. You can't go wrong with the deli meal. That's all I got.
You can't go wrong with it.
All right, so let's move on. Oh, their baby boy is due in
Yeah.
November. So I don't want to see them come back either. I don't care about the continuation. I really don't.
No. Mm-mm.
All right, so let's move to the next manipulator, Kevin, Tiffany, and Kayla. When you said on your review, and if you haven't seen her review, watch her Love After Lockup review. Watch us too. When you said where he getting his clothes from the boys section,
Coles, but Kay,
I
I'm
cried.
gonna need listen, Kevin, I'm gonna need for you to stop. Kay, when I seen them cut off capris, I had tears in my eyes. I said, "Now why he walking around like that?"
Kevin think he fine. Now if you
Oh
think
yes,
you
he does, honey.
you're supposed
Oh
to
yes,
think you
he
fine. You're
does.
supposed to, but Kevin think he fine.
Uh-huh.
That's what he think. Now you know what? Kevin last episode threw me for a loop when he talked about, oh yeah, I met Kayla when I was in prison too for 7 years, and they just skated past how he was in prison. I was
Yeah,
like,
he had said before that he was in prison.
right, but he didn't say for what. So Millennial or Cassandra found out why. So
What
apparently he
was it
was
for?
selling street pharmaceuticals.
No, he ain't. I can see him being a street pharmacist
You know
because
what I thought he was?
what?
A UFC fighter. Woo! Moving on.
Why? Because he did that little punch upside that boy's head.
Because because to me that's how he acted. Like he just the top of like he fine.
Uh-huh.
You was
Yeah.
like don't mess with me. That's the bravado he gives me.
Uh-huh. I can
Whatever.
definitely
Yeah.
see him being a street pharmacist. He had a little swag to him.
Now I give him that he got a little swag, but I personally don't know what the swag is because for me I don't see it.
Honey,
Because the
that
minute he just started chit-chatting with me, it's over. Because you got to make all kinds. First of all, I'm at a particular age now. You just can't talk to me like my adult children would talk to me. Because now that's a different common sense level right here. But Kevin and Crazy KK, as they call her. First of all, I want to know really how did they meet? Was they supposed to be on the original Love After Lockup? Because to me, that's how they made it sound like she met him when he was in prison or getting out. So I'm thinking like maybe they had the film rights first, and then maybe somehow he met Tiffany. Because like they say, rumor on the street is they're all three friends. So I'm thinking like this was like maybe she got him first, and then he was talking to her or something. We need to know what's going on. But I didn't like that relationship from the jump, Tiffany. I didn't like how she did him, just walk past him when she got out as if she didn't know who he was. Because if it was me, first of all, I would be this position, but if I was,
Uh-huh.
there's no such thing as walking past me and I'm here to pick you up. Like you just
Right.
can't do stuff. You can't say stuff because I'm not built like that. I'm grown.
Mhm.
I don't do stuff like
Right.
that. But he
Yeah.
took her back and they just act like
Mhm.
there was nothing going on.
Yeah.
And then in pops Kayla, like when we was introduced to her, did she throw out the N-word at first when she's out on the
Yes.
street?
She
See,
sure
no.
did. Mhm.
They should have cut her
They
scenes all the way out for that.
all the way. And then they reminded me in the comments that she did drop the N-word. I had forgot that she had said the N-word. But isn't it funny? All of the, her mouth is just a garbage disposal. I can't stand to hear her talk. But you mean to tell me she didn't drop it again? I bet you them producers had to edit that. Oh my God. There's no telling how many times she dropped it.
Right.
No telling. So yeah, she didn't need to come back.
And here's the thing with that relationship. First of all, why are they looking for a threesome? Tell me why. Why they need to do that? That to me they was trying to create a storyline. Now they didn't have to create a storyline for the drama when it came to Kayla, because I think Kayla brings the drama. But all the extra stuff with Tiffany, I don't think they need to do all that. But then let's just jump further along. When Kevin's mama came over, she tripped me out with that. She called Tiffany out. She's like, "Oh, so you gonna be rude? You don't speak?"
Yes.
Because that's me. Let one of my
right.
kids' friends come over and talk about you don't speak. This is my house.
Mm-hmm. When you come in someone's house, you speak, and that's just point blank.
Right. Mm-hmm. So I wonder.
Go ahead.
No, you go. That's okay.
I was just gonna say they said that Tiffany had a boyfriend. When did she meet Thomas?
Probably at the same time. She just didn't say nothing about it. At the same time, because we just kept on seeing Kayla call from Kevin's phone. He acted like he don't know that she was calling from his phone.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Come on now, make that make sense to us.
Exactly.
Make it make sense. And then I think I heard on your review that she had a baby seat in the car, Kayla.
No, I didn't see that. Somebody has said that too, that she had a baby seat in the car.
Oh, I never saw it because I was looking. I didn't
either. I didn't pay any attention to it.
Because I'm like, so if they've been together 7 years, like, was that Kevin's baby if she has one? So I'm curious to know, because he has a older child. So I'm thinking like maybe he's got one with Kayla. Maybe that's why she's so invested.
No, I think that if it was Kevin's child, they would have brought that up.
Oh, okay, that's possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I listen. I don't want to see them no more either. There's a lot of people on this season that was one and done for me.
I can't do it no more. I can't. Move on. I cannot do them. Bye.
Mm-hmm. All right. So last not least, your favorite and mine, embarrassing all his cousins, Deontay and Lindsay. I'm gonna let you take this. You could go first.
Deontay, God.
You can say whatever you want to say. Universal.
Well, first, let me say, I had no idea that Deontay's now girlfriend, I think her name is Cece.
Something like that.
I had no idea that she had a miscarriage. I hate that for them, but she did. She had a miscarriage, and
oh no.
So I feel bad for that because I know Deontay, during the interview, Deontay had told me about him being a father, and he was very excited about it.
Okay.
And Mama Deontay was very excited, so they were very excited. So for her to have a miscarriage, I think that's very sad. Now, with that being said, Deontay, please quit dating inmates. Please quit being used for reality TV. Please quit embarrassing yourself. You driving here, you driving there. Your face is getting cracked constantly, and then he apologized for it. How you gonna apologize? How you going to apologize over and over and over again? And I have said this so many times. Deontay is a cool dude. He is laid back. He is sweet. And he has said himself, he carries his heart on his sleeve. He
now
really does.
You can see that.
And that's what gets him in trouble. And these no good, trifling, sorry women, they see that a mile away. And I'm talking about Lindsay. Lindsay seen that. You cannot tell me she didn't.
Yeah.
You can't. And then him and Blaine. I mean, you literally about to go to blows with somebody.
Right. Over Lindsay.
Over Lindsay. Who got warrants? Who got warrants? You literally gonna go to blows with somebody? Yeah, I'm telling you not to ever step foot in Mississippi again, ever.
Okay, listen.
And then he gave her a laptop. Where did that come from?
Listen,
why you giving gifts?
I'm not surprised with that. Let me say, listen, Deontay. If you're watching Deontay, listen, I saw you last season, wasn't able to catch the videos as to why, but I was determined to make it back, and here I am, and I get to mention you. Don't like Sarah says, don't come back on here no more. On any reality show for any reason. I enjoy Mama Deontay too. I think she tries to, put sense in him. Not saying he don't have none. We can tell that he wears his heart on his sleeve. That's obvious to me. When I first saw Deontay, I was like, "Oh, I like a man, young and old, that has the hair done, haircut, clean, presentable. He's not wearing his
has a job.
Yeah, you don't play stuff like that. But I'm gonna need you to get you some self-esteem. I'm gonna need you to let you know that you can carry yourself higher, because what you present is not what you're giving. And that's not cool. And it's hard to watch, Deontay. It was hard to watch with the lady from last season. And then when we heard you was coming back with Lindsay, I was like, oh my goodness, this had to be for TV. There's no way. You can't even convince me it wasn't. You can't tell me, oh, we loved each other. You didn't. I think Deontay loves love and Lindsay loves drama. That was obvious with Scott. And so I think that he gave her the laptop because he's used to, from what we've seen, give women money. I think that's part of his thing. That's part of how he shows love, to give gifts. Yeah. I think that's his love language. If I give you things, that's me telling you I love you, or this how, that, showing up for you. But going down to Mississippi and cutting the food, as you would say, cutting the shine down the sidewalk that looked like, I'm not being shaded, the Andy Griffith show, whatever show that was.
Oh, I'm used to those kind of sidewalks, honey.
I'm sorry, but I'm not. But that's what it looked like to me. And I'm like, you are in the wrong area, around the wrong people, around history. Didn't need to repeat itself, because it sure could have. Regardless if there was producers there or not, it didn't matter. Yeah. But so I think his friend, now on my review, I almost said I want to see him come back, as an update, but not on this show though. I want him, like him and his mom, like do something like you're doing now on IG. Like, where are you now? Like, what are you doing now? Like, show us your progress, but not on a reality show, because you don't need that. You don't need to keep embarrassing yourself. You need no press. Even if this with CC don't work out, stay off those websites, because that's not where it's at. I just think he's lonely. When you are lonely, and a lot of these people too on these reality shows, especially these, when you're lonely, you're willing to accept anything or anyone, because you're trying to fill your cup and it's not there. I think that's what part of the problem is, because that's how I look at it.
Let's not forget, CC was a fan. CC's a fan. Okay. And she slid into his DMs, and she's attractive and pretty, and they have a connection, and they hooked up, but it's just like I asked him on the interview. I was like, there ain't no women in Virginia Beach. Where you at? It's just I don't know. If Deontay gets a spinoff, would you watch it?
Depends on what was. It depends on, how they give you the scenes going ahead. Depends on what those scenes say. Because if he's still doing the same stuff, I'm not watching it. I really want him to win. Just like on other shows I watch, there's very few positive representation, and you want relationships to win, if you know what I'm saying. So if he still do the same thing, no, I won't, because we already know the outcome. He's had it. Yeah. I hate to say it, like Lindsay said, this is your third inmate. You ought to know.
Yeah. Well, he says that he's done with the inmates. So maybe if he gets a spinoff with, like you said, his mom, him doing his daily life, smooth skin Derek, this new girlfriend, I would watch it because I would be interested in that. But him, if something was happening to him and Cece, and he finds another inmate, I'm done. I am done. Done. But the thing of it is, has anybody gotten a spinoff from Love After Lockup? I don't think so, have they?
No, they just, like I said, I just call them recurring. To me,
yeah, they just do Love During Lockup.
Yeah, they're
Love After Lockup.
Yeah. So that was the wrap up. So this Friday starts. What's it called? I have it written down. Love During Lockup season 2.
Yes.
And it has returning members. So I dropped some pictures, and I will give a little brief update.
Okay. You're gonna have to, because I'm gonna go live tomorrow and do one, but I had to do my research. So this is good. You can help me.
Okay. So let me see where I put it. So bear with me. All right. So the returning member for Love During Lockup season 2 is, here's the picture, Ty and Hottie. Who remembers Ty and Hottie?
Hottie.
Now, last season, Ty was upset that Hottie.
Which time was she upset?
Well, I'm gonna talk about the what brought her back was when she was fighting Hottie's girlfriend Boston. Are they together or are they not together?
Right. Because she stayed upset all through the season. Correct.
So so Hottie is still incarcerated. Remember, he was supposed to get out, but they always say that, but they never do. They always seem to have, a lot of them have longer sentences than they let on. Right. So he apparently has proposed to her, and she is trying to decide whether she's going to go forward with it for this upcoming season or stick with her other prison bays that she's got.
Right.
All right. So next up, we have Emily and Dory. Emily is pursuing a master's degree in criminal justice. They met on a pen pal website for inmates. They've been together 4 years. They've never met in person. And the picture that she sent him, he says she's so pretty. He thinks she's a catfish. And in her professional, she says,
okay, I'm going to cut you off. Now, why you pop up that picture knowing good and well that this mouth is trouble? Now, I got to remember that I'm on your show. Now, why he got that? Now, why he look like one of the Jackson 5s with a little bit of light? Y'all see that hair? Now, why he got headband on? I can't wait till this Friday.
So they appear to be the youngest ones on this upcoming season. All right. Next up is Mark and Sincera. That's the real spelling of her name. Now, I get invested when they're from here. So Mark is from Vegas. Okay. And he has his own business. And he also came across Sincera in an inmate pen pal group because he's tired of dating and he's looking for his forever. And Miss Sincera is in prison for 11 years. And Mark says she could be the yin to his yang. Would you like to see the picture?
Wait a minute. In prison for 11 years. Now, you know what? Her name is Sincera. That's the only place she could be. What was her parents thinking? Why you gonna name somebody that? Sincera. Lord have mercy. 11 years? What'd she do?
11.
Now, go ahead.
Okay. I think she was in the pharmacy. I don't want to say. I'm not really sure what she did. I just gave the little specifics. So I can't say just yet. All right.
I did my research.
Okay. Next up, Justine and Michael. Now, does anyone recognize Michael? Michael also goes by the rap name Montana Mills. And apparently his arrest made international headlines when he was arrested in 2016. And they are getting married. And she's just now telling her family she's getting married while they're in the bridal shop. So my thing is this, and I said it to both my children, don't be telling me nothing like that while we dress shop and no bridal shop, because you don't have that kind of mama. I tell you that right now.
What Michael's mouth look like that? I tell you, these bug shots, honey. Tell me he don't like he been eating powdered donuts on the regular. Okay. Where the chapstick, child? Honey, if they don't start giving these people chapsticks before they take these mug shots. How embarrassing.
I know. All right, let's bring.
How long? Wait a minute. Do you know how long he been in prison?
Since 2016. So he's on regular charges and federal charges. So 6 years so far. All right, there's 7 people that's also on this show with, like I said, 1 returning. So our final 2 are, well, not 5, second to last, Jessica and Dustin. Jessica and Dustin met in high school 20 years ago. Don't remind you of somebody from the last season, Haley?
Yep.
She said that, you know what? I take that back. Wrong one. Jessica worked as a nurse at the facility that Dustin worked at for 13 years. And she quit her job to profess her love for Justin.
Okay, so we got another one of these. Okay.
Yeah, we got another one. Another we saw what happened last season.
Sure did.
Or every season, I should say.
Every season. How you gonna quit your 13-year job for this? Put that picture back up. Did I see a tattoo? I sure did. What is that? Tattoo on his forehead?
It looked like a spider web across his temple on his right side, and a something on underneath his left eye. I don't know what that is.
But you're gonna quit your job with benefits because of that.
Oh yeah. That's her. Another one. All right. So this now the next couple I'm gonna pop up. They are the most interesting couple to me in all my seasons of watching Love After Lockup, Life During Lockup, whatever series. This is the most interesting.
I know what it is.
Oh my God, I didn't think I would say that ever. But here they go.
Okay.
Chelsea and Mike. First of all, Chelsea, you too old to have your hair like that. Just my opinion. Chelsea is hearing impaired. They also met on a Facebook group. She says she likes bad boys. And Mike says he's determined to learn sign language so they can communicate better. They have never met face to face. They've only done 30-second video times. That's it. I said, okay. So yeah, so to review, here we go. Ty and Hottie returning. Next up, Emily and Dory, never met before in person.
And let me go back. I ain't trying to throw no shade, but what did Dory say when he seen her picture?
He didn't see that picture. She sent him a picture like as you would say, a glamour shot picture. And he said, she's so pretty, I think that she catfishing me. And so we saw her in this picture on the phone going, no, I'm not. So we'll find out. She's also a criminal. She's pursuing her master's in criminal justice.
Right.
All right. So again, Mark and Sincera. Mark is from Vegas. Lonely entrepreneur. She's been 11 years.
Well, you did say lonely.
Lonely entrepreneur. Again, Justine and Michael. Oh, Justine and Michael. That's former rapper known as Montana Mills.
Now stop right there. Okay, did you know him as a rapper? Because I never heard of him.
I personally haven't known him as a rapper.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
That's in his bio, Montana Mills.
Oh, that's in his bio. Oh, okay, so he's probably a SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, it could be.
Because wasn't Hottie a rapper?
Next up. Yes, he was. Again, Jessica and Justin. She was a former nurse for 13 years, gave it up to be with Justin. And again, Chelsea and Mike, hearing impaired. He's trying to learn sign language to be with her. She likes bad boys. So those are our new participants, our new felons, as you would say.
I'm going to tell you this. The last couple you just seen, I'm going to have an angel on my shoulder when I talk about them, because
you know what?
Them Love After Lockup producers know what they're doing. There is no way you can tell me that they don't know what they're doing when it comes to this cast.
You know what? I even said, and I'll even share with y'all. I said, this is going to be challenging for me because you want to be politically correct. You know what I'm saying? I want to be. I hope I don't come across. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing when it comes to this couple because I want to be correct. I'm just being honest. But you know what? If they could work out, they could work out. Good luck to them. We'll be watching.
Who up in prison learning sign language unless it is your immediate family? Who up in prison doing all that?
Well, he is. And here's the thing, though, with all these couples I popped up. Everyone except for Hottie and Ty all met on an inmate pen pal Facebook group. Mm-hmm. Now that's new. I've never heard them say. I've heard pen pals, but everybody and only one person, the nurse, has seen them in person. Like, so they really are meeting strangers who may or may not get out of prison. So
right. Yeah, right. I don't. What was that guy last season that was that bodybuilder that was built like a grasshopper? What was his name? What was his name?
They didn't like no crumbs on the seat. You made me look at my own stove. I was like, wait a minute. And I know I'm clean. I was like, do I got any crumbs on my stove? I forgot his name.
Y'all, what was his name, y'all?
I can see his face though. But I thought he treated her bad.
We see what happened with him.
What happened?
He was the same thing. He was dating that girl and talking about how beautiful she was. She never wanted to meet him, never got on the phone, all this stuff. When she got out, she didn't have nothing to do with him.
Right.
So I don't understand why. Anyway, it ain't for me to understand, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Now, let me just touch back real quick because it was brought up in the chat. Lamar and Andrea, aren't they supposed to be on a, what you call that? Retreat, not a retreat, but I don't know. When they go over a mission.
Yes, the mission. Yeah.
Did that really happen, or was that just part of the storyline? Do you know?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Because I know their oldest son, who, by the way, I hope he's doing all right, and the daughters too. But if they went on a mission, I would like to see that. Do I necessarily want to see them back? No, but they was interested. They gave good TV. She just got on my nerves. Just keep it out there. They got on my nerves because I didn't like her holier than thou, excuse my language, attitude when it came to having like Priscilla. When you got pregnant in the prison, that's where you lost me. You lost me with that. Like that's where you lost me. I just keep it like that. You lost me there.
You're nice. You're nice. She got pregnant in the closet prison. Don't leave that out. Don't leave that out.
And then just try to act like she was just so above everything. And I didn't like that.
Morning. Don't leave that out either.
That too. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to talk about her.
I know it.
To say something nice, but if they went on a mission, I would like to see if they filmed the mission and see how the kids are doing, especially the oldest two for sure.
But you know what, Kay?
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine how Andrea acts on a mission? You sure you want to see that? Because you know she cut up. You know she cut up.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I would, because I'm just concerned with Lamar's mental health with Andrea. She's something else. Like, I couldn't do it. Sorry, Andrea. I can't do it. I'm just going off of what you give me. I can't do it.
You're not alone. Now, let me ask you this. Would you want to see Michael and Sarah back?
No. Me
either.
I can say
I'm so done.
No. Michael, first of all, I didn't care for their relationship anyways. None of the little girls was cute. There's some cute kids.
Oh God, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But their relationship was so toxic. Like, I didn't see any growth with that. If there was some growth, you might want to see them back. But he just kept, dipping and dabbing here and there everywhere. And they ran their course. I'm good on them. And I used to even say on your channel that I would like to see Angela and Tony back. I don't even want to see them no more. Let's, like you said, let's bring on some new felons and move forward. So to keep the show fresh. How about that?
Somebody had said, where they find these people? So they may be lacking in some participants. I was like, but that's true because where they gonna find them? But they found them for love during lockup. So
yeah, I don't know. Mm-hmm.
I do want to see some fresh faces. I think that's what, and please, producers, please quit thinking that we're dumb. Do not put on the fake storyline. We see straight through it.
Right.
I mean, anyway.
All right, so that's going to wrap this up. I appreciate you joining me, Sass. I appreciate your members coming over to support you.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I had such a good time.
We'll have to do it again when this new season gets started. Maybe like midway through. Midway
oh,
would be
yeah.
to see
definitely
what we're doing. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back Thursday afternoon for Weekdays with Mom to give an update on Married at First Sight. The other cast members coming to talk about these couples for Decision Day and possibly hot topics. So we'll see. So again, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, live simply, be grateful.